Hey everybody, this is Madmaxed again in another Raid Shadow Legend video. And today we're going to go over the basics of how to start the game, the best starter champ, which is Kael, and we're going to go over all of that. Okay, so this is Kael. He's a magic wielder with a staff. You know, he looks like most mages. But anyway, if you look at his skills, what makes him the best starter champ is he poisons for his A1. It's the weak poison, but lasts 2 turns, 2.5%. His acid rain is really strong, but his acid rain has a 15% extra chance of critting. So what does that mean? All of your champs just about get 15% crit rate to start with. So that means he's got 30%. So about once out of every 3 times he hits with that, he's gonna do the crit damage. The crit damage is way stronger than normal attacks. Now, he also, when he kills something, it fills the turn meter by 25%. So if he kills a couple of guys, he's already halfway to attacking again. So he goes really fast. He's really quick. Now, the last one, he does 4 attacks at random. But like if he's fighting clan boss, he's only got one thing that all that poison is going to hit. So he hits poison 4 times. Now it's only a 40% chance, 51 booked. And rare books are easy to come by. And it increases your damage by 20%. It does in every one of these skills. So you get 20% more damage by booking them out. Plus, you lessen the cooldown on this attack, which means you get even a little bit more attack because your A1 is always usually your weakest attack. Now, so you usually booking a champ out is about 25% extra damage. Now, Kael, why you want him is not just for the clan boss. You do get good stuff out of the clan boss. And you want to join up a clan. And the clan gives you a lot of extra benefits. Now the Demon Lord, which is the clan boss, as you look, you've got to get 286k worth of damage. I remember the first time I went in, I had been playing the game about 2 or 3 days, and I did about 35, 40 damage with the first key. You get 4 keys a day. Now you get a chance of getting either some stuff to ascend champs with, a little bit of silver. You get some basically 3, 4-star, not very good stuff. You got a chance of getting an ancient sword, which will get you maybe a rare, maybe an epic. It's like 5% chance for a legendary, 0.5%. But now once you can do the 1.1 mil, you got a chance of getting a little bit better equipment, and you got a chance of getting a rare book along with it. Once you can move up and you can do the normal one, you start getting a chance of getting the epic books, and you get a chance of getting a void shard. I mean, as you go on up, clan boss eventually, once you get into nightmare, and you can get the ultimate chest, you got a chance of getting a legendary book or a sacred shard, which is going to give you an epic champ or a legendary champ. And of course you got a chance of getting an epic book and some of this other stuff. And I mean, that's what you usually get. But now in rare occasions you will pull, and I have done that before, but in one night I have pulled like, a legendary book and a sacred shard both. And I think 2 nights in a row I pulled sacred shards, which is, I've done that since. But anyway, that you can get some good stuff out of clan boss is what I'm saying. And Kael, when you're starting out, he's going to do the most damage for you, because the thing is, his poison, does more damage to the clan boss. because he's the only one of them that poisons. Now, you're going to start out, and he's going to be, you're going to go to campaign. You want to get through the tutorial about as quick as you can, because what they're going to have you do is like get a sword, and it'll probably be a 1-star sword, and they're going to have you equip it, and then they're going to equip like a helmet, and they're going to have you upgrade it once or twice or 3 or 4 times, but whatever they make you upgrade it to, I forget. And then once you, but the live stuff you don't really even want. You don't even want it on Kael. Now, they used to give you like 4-star epic lifesteal gear, a set. They give you one piece every day, which, that's nice, but, it's not great, but it's nice. You need 4 pieces of it, not all of it. All you need are 4 of it, because the 4 pieces of it will give you a 30% chance of the damage you dealt will go to heal you. So like when Kael does massive damage for the acid rain. So let's go through one of the dungeons, one of the campaigns. Now, I don't care if you're on normal, this is brutal, but he's at 60. But when you're starting out, you're going to be able to do normal. Now, you want to go through, and you just want to put food in with him. And these are things you're leveling up so that you can, like you took a 2-star and you level it up to a 3-star. You had to get it to, like the 2-star, you had to get it to level 20 first. Then what you do, you go to your tavern, and you'll tell it to upgrade a champ, and you'll use 2-star champs that are level 1. And that will upgrade to a level 3. Well, it takes 3 champs, 3-star, to level Kael up when he hits level 30. And that's how you do it to get him to 4-star. 4-star, it takes 4 champs that are 4-star at level 1 to get him to 5-star. And what you want to do, you want to get him to 6-star as quick as any star you want to get to 6-star, no matter who you chose. It's just Kael is the best one of the bunch. Alright, so you're going to go through, and of course he's been leveled up, but he's going to kill the stuff. And you see he got to go again really fast because he killed everything. And now his acid rain was on cooldown, so he didn't kill everything. And it's probably still on cooldown, but he killed it. His turn meter is back up, and he's able to kill it. Now this is on brutal. So I got a 3-star piece of gear that was uncommon. So I sell that thing for 7,000 silver plus 11,000 from doing it. And you need silver in this game, because you always run out of silver. Okay, so you're going to go through, and you're going to fight until you can sit down and you can get yourself a set of lifesteal gear for him. Because you want, when you look at how much damage he was doing 30,000 damage to 4 different things. That's 120,000 damage points with that big AoE attack. Well, that's 30% of that is 36,000 hit points. That's more hit points than he's got. So he can almost be dead and heal himself all the way back full, because he has lifesteal gear on. When you're looking at gear, and you look at a champ, and it says they're skilled, damage is based on HP. Alright, what that means is the attack is useless. This attack just got, because when it got leveled up at the end, there was an attack there. Or it has some other stats in here that I really wanted, but the attack, because like this attack showed up at the end. Because the blues only have the first 2. And as you leveled up from level to level 4, I got an extra roll in the accuracy. When I got to level 8, I got another extra roll in the accuracy again. I would rather have it in speed. Speed in this game is extremely important. Alright, this is an epic piece. It has 3 substats in it to start with, so he got 3 rolls. One went into HP, 2 went into the crit rate. but it's an HP champ. Alright, so this guy, he's a defense champ. Because when you look at his skills, it says defense. So if his HP, you want an HC percentage chest piece on him. If it's defense, you want a defense percentage chest on him. Well, Kael's an attack guy. Look at his skills. It says based on attack. So his artifact, his chest piece, is attack. So you're going to look for pieces that have, you want to get their crit rate up. So you're looking for crit rate. You're looking for crit damage. Because crit damage scales better than crit rate does. Than attack does. So you're looking for crit damage. And you're looking for attack. Now, you've got to have some accuracy for his poison. Because anything that is a debuff, which is a red thing, like that's a debuff, debuffs. Like when you go back up here to the other guy, it's debuffs, red stuff, that's debuffs. Well, for those things to work, you have to have enough accuracy above this stuff's resistance. Well, in a dungeon, for every level, just count on 10 points. So if you're in a level 20 dungeon, you need about 200 accuracy. If you're on level 10, you need about 100. Level 7, you need about 70. Now, Kael has a lot. I mean, he has gear that you're not going to have to start with, and that's fine. I mean, we all started out with nothing. And, and Kael wasn't very strong, wasn't very good, but you're going to try to get him to level. He's a 3-star. You're going to try to get him up to 30. Doesn't take him long to get him up to 30. Now, when you go into your campaign and you're farming the campaign, to 3-star him, you have to use only 2 people. Well, you can do Kael for that for a good long while. You're going to get to a point you can't do it because he's not going to have the gear and he's not going to be strong enough. And, of course, you're going to have to level him up. And you have to get better gear on him. But, so what you do is, like, after you run it one time and you've, like, maybe 3-starred this thing, all of it. And let's say it's the highest one that Kael can do by itself. Whatever level it is. If it's on normal, it's on hard, whatever. But whatever I can do with Kael by itself, I level my food up like I was doing a while ago. And I get him up to the next level. Because the difference between level 50 and level 60 is 50% more damage. Just that alone. Now, his gear makes a huge difference. When you look at Kael, and I haven't even leveled all this stuff up, but he's got, once I do, he's doing about 3,600 attack. Well, his base is 1,200. That means he's doing 3 times more damage because of his gear. That's more, so gear is more important than anything, but to get good gear, you got to have him leveled up. It's a slow progression. You have to get better gear, you got to have better levels, you got to have better gear to get better gear and all that. But his defense is about 2,000, which keeps him from taking as much damage when something hits him. Then he's got, 33,000, almost 33,000 hit points, which, that part, that keeps him alive better with a more hit point. Now, the speed in this game is the most important factor, because if you're going 2 or 3 times their one, you're healing yourself for 3 times, you're doing 3 times more damage, and usually you can kill them before they kill you, as a general rule. Now, he's the best starter. Once you get him up to like level 60, you need to start worrying about your masteries. And the masteries are basically here. He's an offensive guy. It increases your crit rate, increases your crit damage. You want to do the War Master does a 60% chance of doing 4% of the boss's max damage. All this stuff does extra damage. It places a shield when you kill stuff on him. So, the masteries are important, but you can look at what I've got if you want to follow this, or you can choose your own masteries. But most people, but for Kael, you need offense. You need the support because you need the extra accuracy, for him. But you don't have to choose exactly the same offensive ones. But, this is a pretty good build. Now, so getting the masteries gets you about 25% more damage. Getting the books gets you about 25% more. Do your challenges, do your missions, do your quests. You're going to get books. I mean, you'll get them for the mission and the challenges, the quests don't. But you want to do your daily quest every day and your weekly quest. Why? Well, your daily quest will give you extra energy for the 5 arenas. You want to do your arena every day. Because when you do the arena, and once you do the dailies, you get your weekly. 5 days, you get a blue shard. Well, you're going to get another rare, or maybe you get an epic. Then, when you do 30 days, you'll get a sacred shard. You're guaranteed of an epic right there after the first month. But you're going to get other shards. You're going to get a lot of blue shards along the way. You're going to pull an epic probably in the first week. In the advanced one, they'll give you the 3 days of extra experience. They'll give you 4-star chickens to upgrade your champs, a 5-star epic, and a legendary book. Legendary books are extremely hard to come by. Epics not so much, and rares are really easy to get. You shouldn't have any trouble. You shouldn't have really, in a week's time, you shouldn't have any trouble at all or less if you're really playing this game to max out Kael's skills. Alright, so when you fight in the arena for that 5 times, you really want to do more than that. You want to do as much as you can because, once you move up from bronze on up, and you look at your benefits, your tier benefits, if you're in bronze 1, you got 1% extra hit point, 1% extra attack, 1% extra defense. Just making bronze 2 gives you 2%. 3, 4, 6, 8, 10. So you get up into silver, you're getting 10% more hit points, 10% more attack, 10% more defense. This applies to the whole game. And once you earn enough bronze medals and stuff, like when you go through and you do this, you get 50 bronze medals, you can up one of these, and you get plus 5 resists, you get plus 2% crit damage, you get plus 2% attack. And it's only for one color, and it's going to be in your missions that they want you to do one of all the attacks, except for the void. And they're going to have that for your missions, even. And, and there's going to be stuff you got to do for your missions and everything to upgrade your Great Hall. But all this applies to all the game, all the benefits for that. And getting your Great Hall up really high really helps. But Arena Gold 4 and Gold 3 is really hard, and it's slow. But, every time you can up some, it just helps you in the game. Alright, so you want to fight Arena as much as you can to help you out there. And that's going to just add benefits to Kael. Kael's going to be stronger. He's going to kill stuff easier. But you're getting some good, but the gear is one of the big factors. Because when you look, when I finally get this, if I get all this stuff up, he's got about 3,600 attack. So he's doing 3 times more damage because of the gear. He's taking less damage, half the damage because of the gear. He's got more hit points. He's staying alive a lot easier. His speed goes up, so he's doing more attacks more quicker. His crit rate is up. Now, with that other 15%, he's almost got a 100% crit rate on his acid rain. So, he's doing almost triple the amount of damage on the crit damage, too. So he's doing an extreme amount more damage because of his gear. Gear in this game is really important, but getting good gear is hard to do, especially starting out. You're not going to get it out of campaigns. Campaigns, when you go in and do them, Brutal is going to give you a 3-5, right? It's either 3-star, 4-star, 5-star item. Normal is going to give, and that's what you're going to do starting out. going to give you a 1 to 3 star item. And you look, a 1 to 3 star item, well, the attack on 1 star is 4. Well, the stack on 3 is 12. But when you go up and you're doing like a 6 star item, it's 35 and it maxes out at 265. So you get 200. If you max out a 6 star, the top stat on that is going to be 265. When you look at like a glove and a crit rate glove, well, a crit rate glove, that's the low one. That's the 8%. And then you're going to get a 10% crit damage. There's a 12% crit damage. And that's the 6 star. Well, it tops out at 80% more crit damage. Well, but that's double what you've got with a 3 star. And the substats, if you get, but these are all going to be white, or they're not going to have any substats, or they're going to be green. They'll have 1. That's the reason you have to go farm the dragon. When you go in and you look, after you've farmed and you've got Kael up to like 40, level 40, level 50, and you got him some halfway decent gear on, you want to go in, you want to farm dragon. Now these are all your dungeons. Now the spirit keep is to ascend the spirit champs, which are green. Kael's blue. It opens up on Saturday. It's a blue. He's blue. So, but don't worry about ascending a champ up all that high. Like if you get Kael to 50, there's no reason to ascend him to 50, because ascension doesn't give you very much of a stat unless you got an amulet for him. And if you got a crit damage amulet for him, yeah, then it makes him do a lot more damage. But the thing is, you're probably not going to have that starting out. So don't, and he doesn't have any skills that open up by ascending to level 3. And now some champs do. So what you want to do is you want to go to dragon, and you want to fight dragon. Now stage 1 is a 1 to 2 star. Stage 1 dragon's easy. Now, usually at level 30, Kael can beat 1, 2, maybe even 3, maybe even 4, because they're not that hard. But now, you go in and Kael can, like this is Kael at level 60. So level dragon, and all this is food. It has no gear on it, nothing, just something to level up. Because, Kael can kill it by itself. But he'll go in, and you can just stick it on auto, and you can just run the thing. Because, see, he killed those, so it sped him up, so he got to go again. Now, see, all the other stuff just died, because it's just not, they don't have anything. Now, he's got where he can't be hurt. That's what that little strength icon looks like for. Now you're at dragon, and now see how much damage he did to dragon already? Now he's going to go through and he's going to kill this dragon. Now he's got all that poison stacked up. You see how much he almost died just from the poison. Alright, so you got a 5 star epic shield out of this. It's defense, hit points, crit damage. It's not bad, but I would prefer one with speed in it. But anyway, that thing's worth 50,000 silver. And you got 7,200 silver to start with. But but this dungeon, and that's a stalwart set, well, what it means is it will decrease 30% of the damage from AoE attack. But when you're starting out, you want to lie still gear. Well, that's what dragon drops. But it's only one of all this stuff. It may drop you a green shard. Very rarely they'll drop a blue. It may drop you a potion for experience. But you got Stalwart Avengers. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 different sets. So the odds of you getting like a lifesteal gear is probably 1 in 10. But you're gonna fight it a lot, and It's okay. You sell the stuff you don't want for the coins because you're going to need the coins to level up the stuff that you get that you do want. Because coins are hard to come by. But you're finally going to get a good set of gear on him. And once you'll notice a big difference when you get a good set of gear that's leveled up well. Now, like I said, when you go in, he's attacked, so make sure you get an attack percentage chest piece on him. And make sure you try to get a crit rate glove. You try to get a speed boot. The ideal set is to get all the subset where the crit rate's really high, where you can put a crit damage glove on him, but that's like in-game stuff. But starting out, try to get a crit rate glove if you can. Try to get speed boots. Try to get an attack chest. And then all the other stuff are just there. But if you can get stuff that has... But once you start fighting Dragon, you're going to start getting epic stuff with substats. So what you're looking for him is more attack, more speed, and you're looking for more crit rate, more crit damage. And you need enough accuracy for whatever level of the dungeon you're doing too. Now, once you get him up that he can fight fairly well, I mean, he does. But you'll get clan balls, and the clan balls will drop you gear every day. All you got to do is get above the threshold, and you can get a rare book, blue shard, some gear. I mean, it's drops randomly. So you get 2 of these items. So the odds of you getting a book or a blue shard are not real good, but you do get it. Over a month time, you're going to get a few. Now, when you can go up and you can do the normal clan boss, and you can get the best one, you might get an epic, you might get a rare book, you might get a void shard, you get 2 of those. Well, if your bunch kills it, you get 2 of those chests. So you got double the chance. Now, you finally will get eventually if you're in a good clan where they have Nightmare, and Nightmare will even drop Sacred and even drop Legendary books for you, which you'll need. Legendary books are really hard to come by. Okay, so every day make sure you do your dailies, because you fight in the classic arena 5 times, that gives you a free energy refill. Being logged in for like 90 minutes gives you a free energy refill. And then once you do your dailies, all your dailies for 5 days, for a week, you get a blue shard. You're finally going to get some epics out of the blue shard. Very rarely you will get even a legendary out of a blue shard. Then at the end of the month, you'll get a sacred shard and a void shard. And then your advanced, do those because they give you legendary books. They give you 3 days supply. I mean, yeah, they don't give you 2. I mean, it's like every 5 days, but it's okay. I mean, it's still, they give you the experience boost. They give you the chickens. They help level your guys up. Now, but Kael is a good starter to get started in the game. Now, you get a sparring pit and see the guys leveled up, and you'll get 1 spot that's free. So just put a guy in there and it'll level it up over about 30 or 40 minutes. You can buy the other spots with gems. First thing you should buy with gems is your mine. It takes like 1,500 gems to level it all the way up, but it pays itself back in 90 days. And this game is going to take you a year to have a really great team. This is not a quick game. But make sure you do your arenas every day, and your Great Hall will apply all those buffs to it. Because like when you look at the Great Hall, as you move up, and you're like in Silver 3, you got 10% more hit point, 10% more attack, 10% more defense by getting up into Silver 3. When you get up into Gold 4, you got 20% more. of each one. Then the medals that you earn out of winning the fights, you will get bonuses there. Like, let's find one. So, like, when you pop 50 bronze medals in there, you get 5 extra resist, or you get 2% extra defense, or, and it's not a lot, but every little bit helps. I mean, when you're talking about when you get this thing up to the max, 80 extra is a lot. 80 extra resist is a lot. And like the crit damage, it applies to everything. It applies to the gear and to your base crit damage, so it makes a good bit of difference. So 25%. So let's say you got 200 crit damage right now, and you get that 25%. Well, you got 250. So it makes a big difference. That's the basics of it. I mean, when you go through, you're going to get a lot of legendaries. When you're starting out, you think you're never going to get a legendary. You think you're never going to pull one, but you're going to get legendaries. At 6 months, you will get a free legendary. This one, very good legendary. It revives everybody, heals everybody by 10% every time it attacks. It's a good legendary. At 9 months, you get this one. It's a good legendary. This one you can actually get in 100 days. If you'll fight tag team arena, as soon as you have your tag team arena opened up, and you fight tag team every day as much as you can, and you win some of those bouts, and you get the bars, and you buy a fragment every day. It takes 100 fragments. So in 100 days, you can have this legendary, and it's a really good legendary. At 13 months, you get this one, which I don't think is all that great, but, still it's a legendary. And you're going to get some along the way. That's just the way it is. There are several legendaries you get for free. There's epics. I got this one from a fusion event. I got this one, it just came to you free from logging in during that time. Ninja's a great champ. Simply, I don't think is as good, but I think he's still free right now. But you're going to start out with Kael because he can farm your campaigns really well. He's a great campaign farmer. And that's what you're going to need starting out. You're going to fight campaign a lot because you need the silver. You need to level up your food, and actually the campaign is the quickest way to level your food up. Now, that should give you a basics of how to start out with Kael. Like I said, make sure with Kael that you got speed boots, and you got speed boots on, you got attack percentage, chest piece, and crit rate. And don't worry so much about your substats and getting good gear to start with. Just look for that. Or, even if it has a flat attack when you're starting out. But make sure you get a lifesteal set on. Help you a lot. And then the other set is probably you want speed. You probably want speed starting out. Maybe accuracy for Kael. It depends on how much accuracy you can get in substats. But you need, the faster he goes, the better you're going to be. That's any tune in this game. Speed is primary in this game. So that should give you a basics of how to start out with the game with Kael, where to farm at, and how to get it started in this game. Now, if you want to see something else as far as the video, just leave a comment. If you like it, hit the like button, make sure you subscribe, and I try to upload a few videos every week. But anyway, you guys have a good night, and that's the end of it.